Hi friends, this is your pal Scott Garibay, and today we are going to talk about Stranger Things Season 4, Episode 5, The Nina Project. And at this point, uh, we go to Nevada. Just to be clear, Season 3 is cut between three different physical locations, right? And those locations are Hawkins, Indiana. Is it Encino, California? It's California. I'm not sure which city in California. And then finally, it's in Russia, where Hopper is. So we pick up with 11, and she is at this point struggling with getting everything necessary for. She's in the Nina. They're going to put her in the Nina machine in Nevada. Okay, and this is a machine that it's like a super deprivation machine, and it's going to help restore her powers, right? And so what it does is it triggers all these old memories, and these memories are from her training as a psychic soldier, right? And so basically she starts dealing with one. So she's 11 and she has to deal with one. And so she's remembering all these other children that she was training with. And one is a very powerful psychic, like her, right? And it also shows that 11 was exceptionally powerful, more powerful than any of the other kids that were there, with perhaps the exception of one. But one was really threatened by how powerful she was and how quickly she was mastering all these different techniques, right? At this point, we drop over to Will and Mike and Argyle, right? And Jonathan. And they are now on the run, having escaped having escaped Lieutenant Colonel Sullivan's killers, right? They're actually very, very violent, and are an actual threat to the lives of all of them, because they believe that 11 is responsible for all these murders. So they're definitely in a shoot first mode. So finally, they actually have to deal with more of Lieutenant Colonel Sullivan's men, and when they do that, they end up dealing with but they're actually trying to find and right now they're traveling cross country and they're going after 11, and they're able to get a coded message and send that coded message to 11 at the facility and inform 11 that they are on their way and they are going to help her. They're going to rescue her, right? Finally, we go back to Russia, and at this point, Joyce and Murray have escaped Yuri's treachery, and because Murray was able to defeat Yuri with karate that he had learned, which Joyce was very dismissive of, but it was effective, right? But Hopper has already been recaptured after he tried to escape from the prison. And once he's back, they actually take Hopper and they put him in position to be in a sacrificial fight for the Demogorgon. So the Demogorgons are like they're literally like dogs, like, the same way you would take your dog for a walk. The Russians are allowing the Demogorgons to fight and kill captured prisoners. So they're feeding them, to these Demogorgons, and also letting the Demogorgons get their exercise, air quotes. And at this point, we end with Hopper in position to actually have to fight these guys. And at this point, this is getting pretty hairy, because Steve Harrington is in danger at the lake, where the new gate was open when Patrick Finney was killed. McFinney was killed, and then by Vecna, and then 11 is in danger because of Brennan at the lab, and then also Hopper is in danger as well. And that's the end of Stranger Things season 4, episode 5, the Nina Project. Every single word you just heard in this video is my humble opinion, nothing more, nothing less. The important part is when I get to hear your humble opinion, when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a fetch millennium.